The Galactic Coalition's long-range scanners picked up something impossible, a massive object emerging from Sol's orbit. It was the size of a small moon, but bore no registration, no emissions, and most terrifying of all, it was silent. The Exultari scout vessel floated quietly beyond Jupiter's orbit, its sensors locked on Earth's solar system as they had been for decades. For the most part, the humans had been predictable, curious, loud, and primitive by galactic standards. But then something changed. Without warning, a massive structure emerged from behind Jupiter's shadow. It wasn't just large, it was impossible. Nearly the size of a moon, it moved with calm purpose, casting a deep shadow across space. The object gave off no energy signals, no communication. It was as if it had appeared from nothingness, crafted in silence by unseen hands. The Coalition's long-range scans couldn't identify its origin or material composition. It wasn't listed in any known ship registry. It bore Earth's design language, sharp edges, layered armor, and a haunting elegance, but far more advanced than anything humanity was supposed to possess. A dozen eyes from different corners of the galaxy turned towards Sol in disbelief. Rumors began spreading in the black markets and military command rooms alike. Had Earth built a supercarrier? How? When? And more importantly, why now? The answer came in the form of a single encrypted message, quietly pulsing through space in an old Earth tongue. You've watched us. Now we're watching you. The news of the silent supercarrier spread like wildfire across the galaxy, and no one could believe what they were seeing. Coalition experts were stunned. Earth was only a Tier 2 civilization, barely scratching the surface of true interstellar power. Yet here was a ship larger and more advanced than even the mighty Valak dreadnoughts. They called it the Oblivion Ark, though no one knew what Earth called it. Digging into old Earth intelligence files, a strange pattern emerged over the past 100 years. Certain scientists, engineers, and soldiers had mysteriously vanished from records. They were thought to be dead or missing, but now it seemed they had been part of something secret, something far bigger. Hidden deep in the asteroid belt, beyond the eyes of the galaxy, Earth had built a ghost fleet in silence. The Ark was not just a ship, it was a floating city, a fortress, and a weapon of last resort. Powered by a fusion of AI, human will, and lost technologies, it was the result of fear that one day the galaxy might turn on them. And now, the time had come. The Ark had awakened not for war, but to remind the stars that Earth had always been watching and waiting. The Coalition finally sent an ambassador, a tall, silver-scaled diplomat named Veltari, to board the Oblivion Ark under strict conditions. As his shuttle approached, dozens of sleek black fighters followed silently beside him, never aiming weapons, but never looking away. Inside the Ark, he stepped into a world that felt more like a cold, sleeping god than a ship. No banners, no celebration, just silence, efficiency, and eyes watching from behind dark visors. The humans aboard were calm, focused, and disciplined. They didn't smile. They didn't threaten. Captain Evelyn Graves greeted Veltari with a handshake and a cold stare. She didn't ask for anything, she only showed. Through holograms and data logs, Veltari saw things no outsider was meant to see: hidden research stations, secret prisons, and illegal experiments conducted by the Coalition on newly contacted species, including early human explorers. The Ark had been watching for years, recording everything. The humans hadn't built this ship to conquer. They built it to wait, to learn, and to prepare for the day when the truth would be needed. Veltari realized with growing dread that Earth never asked for trust. They demanded respect earned not through fear, but through undeniable proof. And now, they were done waiting in the dark. When the Coalition Council received the damning data crystal from the Oblivion Ark, they tried to bury it. But Earth was faster. Within hours, the footage went public across thousands of planetary networks. Screens lit up across the galaxy, showing secret Coalition experiments, torture chambers, and the faces of species long believed lost to natural extinction. Protests exploded on dozens of worlds. Peaceful planets turned chaotic overnight. Species that once trusted the Council now questioned everything. Some members of the coalition accused Earth of fabricating the evidence, but others knew better. No one else could have accessed those files without being inside. As pressure mounted, the coalition announced a trial, but it never happened. Judges were unavailable. Witnesses disappeared. Ships scheduled to attend the tribunal simply changed course or vanished. And above it all, like a silent judge in the sky, the Oblivion Ark remained still parked in neutral space, watching. It never fired a shot, never made a demand, and still, its presence alone kept entire fleets from moving. The Ark didn't need to speak. Its silence screamed louder than words. And when Captain Evelyn Graves finally transmitted her message to the galaxy, it was just a single line: "You were never supposed to see this, but now you can't unsee it." The galaxy was no longer the same. After the truth about the Coalition's hidden crimes spread across thousands of systems, silence fell, not the peaceful kind, but the heavy silence before change. While politicians scrambled and alliances cracked, the Oblivion Ark stayed exactly where it was drifting in the quiet, dark, unmoving, unblinking. But its stillness carried more weight than any warship ever had. No one dared challenge it now, not because of its weapons, but because of what it represented: Earth's quiet resolve and its unmatched patience. Smaller civilizations that once feared speaking up against the Coalition now looked toward Earth as a shield, not a threat. Some even sent messages asking for protection, guidance, or simply a place to belong. Earth, through the Ark, responded not with conquest, but with presence. They didn't take planets or enforce laws. They simply watched. And in their watching, the galaxy began to behave. The Ark became a symbol, one that whispered a warning into the minds of those who once ruled without question. Captain Evelyn Graves never gave another broadcast. She didn't need to. The last message had been more than enough. Even the Coalition Council was forced to change, pressured from within by member species who now demanded transparency. Reforms were passed, borders redrawn, and the old games of power lost their shine. Yet no one truly knew if Earth had only built one Ark, or if others waited in the dark, hidden like ghosts in the void. That mystery alone was enough to keep the stars quiet. In the end, Earth didn't rise as a conqueror. It rose as a reminder. A silent force that said, without arrogance or rage, "We are here now. We were always here. And we are watching."